Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Alolan Marowak as well as Shadow Hitmonchan yet again because I just love using these things here. Now look folks, I've been trying to test out other random things here. I was using this Mew for a little while, but it just wasn't coming together. It's just so crazy with these hard counters. I'm going to have to start really putting together non-experimental teams here and actually putting forth my best effort because this is getting a little bananas here. But anyways, with that said, please give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy my content and want to support me. It really does help me out. I really do appreciate it. Hope everybody did have a great weekend. And let's see what we have going on here. So Shadow Alolan Marowak, I feel like it's just, we already all know it's great. But man, ooh, I really hope if you did miss it that they give you another opportunity to make one because this thing is absolutely incredible. I love it. Shadow Hitmonchan, if you have one lying in wait with frustration, please make sure you TM that when we do have this event coming down the line here where we're going to be able to TM frustration from Shadow Pokemon because this thing is absolutely incredible, folks. It's crazy good. Now, it does have really balanced IVs, very low attack, high defense, and high stamina. But you know how it goes. You get what you get when it comes to Shadow. Now, we don't have it on the team yet, but it will be soon, and that's going to be Shadow Lapras. We all know it. We've all seen it. Shadow Lapras is absolutely amazing as well. So if you do have one of those with frustration, make sure you do TM it. I mean, get those shadows ready, folks, because they're so good. Anyways, let's hop into this commentary here. Feeling great. So let's see what we have going on here. Up against a Hypno. This is going to be great. Now, Shadow Alolan Marowak up against the Kanto meta. I mean, I personally feel like they should be excluded. I think it should just be only the Kantonian Pokemon. Because these are Alolan. I mean, they're not Kantonian Pokemon. They're other forms. But anyways, they're going to be swapping into a Shadow Gyarados. And we still have the Mew on the team here. And it's a good Pokemon and everything. It just wasn't working for what I was trying to do. It wasn't letting me. It simply just was not allowing me to have alignment. So they're going to be swapping into their own Alolan Marowak. We go for the Wild Charge. I'm going for another one here because we do have Wild Charge. Or Flame Charge, which is absolutely pointless for now. Well, it could have been pointless. We could have got one through and maybe gotten a shield from them like at this point here, but we're going down, so what does it really matter? Since our opponent is shieldless, we're going to do a little bit of a slight combo breaker and take out their AWAC. And what happened here was they closed their app. I mean, they would look like they were going to potentially win. This is not lag. This is not lag, okay? They closed their app, okay? All right, when you do new battle people 1,000 times over, you already know exactly what it looks like when it lags compared to when they close out. Anyways, next battle, we're going to be seeing a Dewgong here. So we don't particularly like this matchup on top of that beautiful lag that we did have. So we're going to go ahead and gain a little bit of energy there and then swap into our Lapras, which we were just talking about, and we'll stick with us for the remainder of this video here. So that's going to be the Team Shadow AWAC, Hitmonchan, and now the Lapras All Shadow. You know, that's just my style. I just love to use these things. It just works out that way. So they're not swapping. There must be something back there that doesn't particularly want to see a Lapras. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Skull Bash. Now, they're going to consistently lower my attack here, but we're raising our defense. And they're swapping into a Wigglytuff, and I decide to hell. Let's go ahead and just go for another Skull Bash here. They let it go. Still holding on to both of those shields. And this Lapras, with all this defense, able to survive these charms and get to a serve. Since we have been attack debuff, it's not quite taking them out, and they survive with 1 HP. How lucky is that dang Wigglytuff? Are you kidding me? We bring in our Alolan Marowak, and we go ahead and Fire Spin down, and they bring in that Dewgong again. Now, we do need to look out for Aqua Jet, but I'm going to go ahead and call an Icy Wind, and we call it correctly. Let's go! And they're probably like, damn it, I needed them to shield that up. We're going to go for the Shadow Bone, taking out the Dewgong. What you got back there is going to be a Mew. Now, we're in a little bit of a predicament here, folks, because the Shadow Claw is super effective to our already weak to Ghost Shadow Alolan Marowak. We got a Hitmonchan back here, which counter is doing not very effective damage, and they've gained plenty of energy at this point. We still have 2 shields, using our first one, going for the Thunder Punch. Hitmonchan, it's your time to shine. As it always is, this thing is always putting in the work. It's never really pushed aside. Let's see, can it pull this win for us here? Getting to the Thunder Punch, and we're able to take the win up against the Mew. Let's go. Hitmonchan the fighter taking out the 151 Pokemon. That is going to be a Psychic. Give me a break. A clone of Mewtwo. Let's go, fighters. Next battle, we're met with a Wigglytuff, which is going to be swapping into an Alolan Muck, and we're going to go ahead and bring in that Hitmonchan. And that Muck does have Snarl, which is not very effective. We do need to look out for Sludge Wave. And folks, I would have included a lot more battles, but I was dropping the ball too. On top of not getting good alignment, I was miscalling a lot of stuff. Now, I wasn't doing it on this battle here or the ones that we're going to see too much for this video, but man, people are like switching up their style and I'm miscalling everything. Anyways, we're taking that win up against the Muck. They're bringing in a Hypno, and this Hitmonchan's able to throw a Thunder Punch before it does go down up against that Hypno. Let's get it. So I'm just deciding what I want to do, what they could have in the back, and all this alignment stuff that we need to work out here. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Lapras and take that Thunder Punch here. And it does hit hard right back. Since it is Shadow, it's going to obviously be doing more damage. We're getting a shield out of them. We should be able to... Okay, they're swapping into that Wigglytuff, and we got the alignment that we wanted. Thank you very much. But we have to remember that the Hypno does have a little bit of energy here. So we got to keep that in the back of our mind here. So our Ghost is going to be resisting the Charms because of the Fire type here. And we can't go for Shadow Bone because it's not very... I mean, we can go for it, but it's going to be worthless. Now, really kind of wanted to run my Fire Blast. I think I might have to try that out because we usually do run Fire Blast, right? Now, the reasoning why I don't run it on the Shadow is because I justify the fact that it's already doing so much damage as it is as a Shadow, so I don't really need it. But I found that in the Kanto Cup, having Bone Club is gonna be helpful at times, but for the most part, I felt like I just needed that Shadow or Fire Blast, like just crazy damage on reserve. Anyways, we're going to see them swap into a Wigglytuff, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Lapras after we did farm up a bit on our Alolan Marowak, so we do have energy ready to go. So they did want to get out of that matchup up against their Hypno with our AWAC, and now we're bringing in our Lapras here. So they go for a Play Rough. Lapras is just too good. Too good. And I just love it. I mean, it's so thick and hits hard as a Shadow. Bringing in that Muck here, and they're going to be able to farm us down with that Poison Jab. Not looking great. That's okay. What does that have? Poison Jab or does that have Snarl? Let me see here. Acid Spray, and they have Poison Jab. All right, so they swap back into their Hypno. We're going to immediately bring in our AWAC and go for the Shadow Bone and doing some big damage. Let's go. That's all I really needed to do. That's all we needed to do because Hitmonchan's going to be able to handle that Muck. Oh, they shielded it up, but that's no problem because Hitmonchan can still somewhat handle this thing. But what we're going to do is go ahead and shield this up and take them down, and then we're going to be able to land this Bone Club here, which is super effective non-stab. But I don't think we can quite swap yet. Yeah, Hitmonchan's still lying in wait. Now, they could hit us with a Sludge Wave, which would be bad, but Hitmonchan's going to be able to get to the Thunder Punch yet again, and we're not going to hit a single bubble, and we are going to take the win. Let's go. Hitmonchan yet again pulling the win for us at the end. All right. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Dewgong. That's not a great lead, so we're going to go ahead and swap again. We're going to do that Lapras thing, and I do believe this, my opponent, sorry, is going to stay here again. Another one of those situations. So this is one of those long battles here. When I don't mind it at all, because what I'm thinking is, all right, they're not swapping, they're staying here, so this is a good situation. Although I would like them to swap at some point so we can have the alignment with our Hitmonchan. Maybe they want to just lower our attack a bunch and then they'll swap, but I don't think so at this point. It looks like they're going to probably just commit and see how much they can do to this Lapras, but inevitably we're just going to be able to take the win. We're too thick for the moves that the Dewgong does have in comparison to Skull Bash. Even if you lower the attack, it's just going to be able to eventually outpace them, unless the Dewgong maybe had like 2 Icy Winds on deck ready to go. I don't know. But anyways, we're still going for the Skull Bash here. Yeah, we're farming down at this point. They can't take us out. Yes, we're going to be coming out of here with a lowered attack. They go for the Water Pulse. Oh, and they're locking themselves. I do believe that was a Nidoqueen, if I call this correctly. Yes, it is. So we're going to go ahead and swap. Beautiful situation that they locked themselves in here. Now, we do need to look out for Earth Power or Stone Edge, and they're going for a Poison Fang. So we still have 2 shields here. Now, I do get a little bit greedy, and I screw up here by not throwing right away, so they're able to land 2 Poison Fangs, unfortunately bringing down our defense by 2 stages. So we do kind of need to get the heck out of here. I don't take them out because I want to gain a little bit more farm, and they have a Sand Slash back here, so we are looking good to some degree. So we get that last shield, we go down because we were just locked in there. Now Hitmonchan is going to resist the Night Slash, but we do need to look out for Bulldoze, which is going to be doing a ton of damage. So what I decided to do is just go ahead and shield up both of these here, whether or not it's a bait or not. Now they got the boost right off the bat here, so it doesn't really matter because I think we're still taking them out before they can do anything. Yep, Hitmonchan again as a closer, it's just doing so much. Like I said, I'm going to have to make Hitmonchan part of my merch. I don't know how, I don't know where, but this thing is just a killer for me. I love it. Next battle, we're finally have a good lead. Oh, Lapras, that's why. Good old trusty Lapras in the lead is always so good in the Open Great League and in the Kanto League as well. All right, so this is good. We're going to go ahead and go for Surf here. Super effective with the Ice Shards as well as the Surf, obviously. Now, it's not like we're all safe and all good. Now, if they do shield this up, they can take us out if they get to an Earth Power. But I do believe, I think we just... If we let this go, yeah, holding on to both of our shields, getting both of their shields is reason why I went ahead and just let it go. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to go ahead and just let them Poison Fang me here. Had to maybe call an Earth Power, but I don't think they were quite there yet. So they do have a Snorlax that they did swap into, and we bring in our Hitmonchan and they swap into an Alolan Marowak. Oh boy, Hitmonchan, can you pull it off for us? Can you help us take this win? Now, what we're going to have to do is shield up everything. Yeah, they're going to go for 2 baits. They're going to go for 2 Bone Clubs. Of course they are, but that's okay. We don't really mind that. We know we just need to shield everything up and hold on to the little bit of health that we do have and counter down the Snorlax as much as we can because our Marowak doesn't want to go up against it. Now, if we can bring it low enough, look at the damage. Look how fast it's going to accumulate. We're able to get to a Thunder Punch, and we just need... Oh my goodness. Let's go. Perfect. We're done. Now we just go for the Bone Club here. And we're going to be able to take the win with our Shadow Alolan Marowak, which would have been a bad matchup otherwise. Thank you, Hitmonchan, yet a freaking again. Lapras up against Shadow Victory Bell for our next matchup. It's a double-edged sword, but it's worse for us, okay? Because it's doing simply more damage with Razor Leaf. Okay, so they're taking us down, but we do get a shield with Surf here. So I guess we are, you know, we do have a bit of an advantage, but they're going to be winning the swap here. We're locking themselves in with a Blastoise. Hitmonchan's going to be able to come in clutch for us yet again. Very nice sunglasses, shiny you have over there. Let's go. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Thunder Punch. Ooh, come on. And they shielded up using their last shield. Sounds good. We should be able to get to a Thunder Punch first. Yes, they just made it to Hydro Cannon. You better believe it, but we're able to win that CMP and take out that Blastoise. Let's go. Now they can bring in the Shadow Victory Bell to just go ahead and... Nope, we're countering down. What's in the back? Oh, Eradicate. Now let's look at the damage we did. Unfortunately not hitting that Thunder Punch. Marowak's going to be extremely weak to this thing. Let's see if we're going to be able to maybe take this win here. So it does take it a few seconds to get to its charge move. Good thing it doesn't have Crunch. Otherwise we would have been in a bad predicament. Maybe should probably still been able to pull off the win. And I kind of flex here, and yeah, whatever. It is what it is. We take the win. Looking good. Moving on to our next battle. Lapras up against a Hypno. Hypno usually standardly has Thunder Punch, so we do need to look out for that. Now we can kind of hold our own to some degree, do a lot of damage. What we want to do is build up to a Skull Bash and then go for 2 Surfs back to back here. Make them think that we're going to go for that Skull Bash that would basically one-shot them, and then they're going to go ahead and shield up that Surf. Whether or not they knew what you were going to do, it doesn't really matter. Either you're going to get a shield, or you'll take down the Hypno, or you might even get 2 shields depending upon your opponent. So they go for the Thunder Punch, and it doesn't quite take us out. They gain a little bit more farm. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Alolan Marowak to farm this thing down, and we do without them getting off a charge move. Beautiful. Bringing in Eradicate. Oh boy. And they have Alolan Muck as we do swap into our Hitmonchan. So both of their back Pokemon are going to be weak to Hitmonchan. Alolan Muck is not necessarily weak to us, but it doesn't really want to see a fighter too much. All right, but they let that go, and well, we're going to be able to simply take this win here. Counter down the Alolan Eradicate. It's extremely weak to fighting. Blah, can I even talk? And we take the win. Next battle, we were met with a Pidgeot. This is great. They're going to be swapping into a Sandslash. So both of the Pokemon in the back don't want to see a Pidgeot. So we kind of need to stay here. But what I do is go ahead and swap because I figure we're going to catch a Night Slash. Beautiful. Now the Pidgeot's going to obviously take us out when they do enter into the battle here. Now if this is a Bulldoze, then screw it. Yeah, I'm dead. Damn it. Now this is one of those moments where I was just like, I have the shields. I was thinking I was going to call something, and then it just let it go, and it's all of a sudden just, it's all just going down the toilet, right? I don't know. But, yeah. Anyways, don't let everything go. So we got a Shadow Machamp. This is fine. We're going to be able to pull this off. Alright, so they go for the Cross Chop and get our shield. They bring in the Pidgeot. This is actually going to be really close. Actually, oh, it's this freaking battle. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see it here, folks. So we have all this energy and all this health and a shield, and we let this Brave Bird go and we lose. We were literally playing around that situation the whole time just to lose at the end by letting the Brave Bird go. You're freaking kidding me. That was the story of my life. Next battle, we're met with a Muck. Okay, this is fine. It's better than having the Shadow Alolan Marowak go up against it. So they go for an Acid Spray. And I think I just let all this go and they just keep going Acid Spray all the way. We're just going to go for a Surf here. Getting a shield beautiful, and like I discussed in my last videos, discussed is we're going to go for another one back to back. We got both shields. Hey, we were talking about that. We got both shield, and they swap and lock themselves in here with their Primate. They sniped me. They were like, "Gotcha, sniped ya." Okay, okay, you sniped me, got me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go for a Shadow Bone here. It's not gonna. Oh, never mind. KOs. Very good. And we're swapping back into our Hitmonchan immediately here. And they go for a Dark Pulse. I figure that's what they're going to try to do. Take out my Alolan Marowak, right? And Hitmonchan's holding it down. We have a Sand Slash in the back. Oh boy, Alolan version. This is Hitmonchan yet again. If you did enjoy my video, give it a thumbs up. And I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.